At Fox News Alert 3, Senate Republicans joining 48 Democrats overnight to reject the so-called skinny repeal of Obamacare. So what does that mean for the millions of Americans who are still struggling with health care? Joining me now is former New York GOP Congresswoman and member of the Independent Women's Forum Board of Directors, Dr. Nan Hayworth. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
So you know firsthand the issues that people have had with Obamacare, and now we're still stuck with it. So you left medicine in order to try to make some changes.
Yeah, I felt a sense of mission, just as I did when I was privileged to take care of patients as individuals, that our nation would need some expertise in health care in the federal legislature to try to get these issues straightened out. They're enormous, Heather, and we can fix them.
But we've had 7 years to try to come up with some alternative. Democrats as well, they know that it's failing. They know that prices are skyrocketing. The average individual market premium across the board, all states from 2013 to 2017 increased 105%. And then the individual states, it just gets worse.
Oh, yes, and they're going up all the time, and 40% plus of America's counties have only one insurer. 40 counties, at least at this point, have none. And here's what we need to do, Heather. We need to, as citizens, we need to demand of our senators that they break the filibuster to pass legislation in the Senate. Right now, you need 60 votes in the Senate to bring a bill to the floor, but for reconciliation. Once a year, they can bring a bill to vote with only 51 votes. That's what they've been working with.
So the problem is the process.
The problem is the process, and the American people shouldn't be held back by process. They're desperate for relief. We can fix this. We can do it in a way that brings our Democratic colleagues in. Their concerns are legitimate. But first, we've got to allow a broader bill to come to the Senate floor with provisions that will empower the marketplace, that will allow greater choice and lower cost, and also protect the folks who rely on Medicaid. But we can't do it under the terms of reconciliation.
And in the meantime, we're left with this, as you were just saying, some areas with one marketplace.
One insured. Even though this bill, the original Affordable Care Act, was structured to help the insurers, it was basically $1 trillion gift to the bureaucracy and the insurance companies. Even with all the help we've given them, with premium support, taxpayer dollars, all the risk corridors that basically buoy up the insurance companies, even with all of that, they're still leaving the marketplaces because the rules of Obamacare do not allow us to have affordable insurance.
So what happens now? For a patient.
For patients across the country, what's going to happen is in the fall, they're going to, the enrollment periods are going to start up again, and people are going to find that premiums are even higher. A lot of folks are going to find that they can't afford to have insurance. Some people will have to pay that penalty. Millions of Americans who could be going back to work if the employer mandate were lifted are not going to be going back to work, are not going to have full-time jobs.
And we should tell people this skinny repeal, it would have done that. But the individual and the employer mandate, it would have repealed that, and it would also have cut funding to Planned Parenthood.
Relief, exactly. So there are good things that we could have accomplished, but there obviously was not enough in that bill to provide the broad support that we need. And the only way we're going to be able to craft that kind of bill is to get out of reconciliation, get the Senate process out of the picture.
Well, they say woulda, coulda, shoulda. So there you have it. Thank you so much, Dr. Nan Hayworth. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
And the time now is about 6 minutes until the top of the hour for you. And breaking up is so hard to do. And this couple, well, they're blaming the president.